Hey guys, what's going on? Steven back again. So the Templin Institute released a few new videos. This first one here that I'm going to watch is about the Adeptus Custodes. I think they released another one about the Emperor, and the third one is about I forget. War of Dark Revelations, Warhammer 40,000, uploaded a month ago. Not sure what that's about, but I'll take a look at that one too. So I got these two other ones to watch, and I know I still have a ton of Emperor text-to-speech to get through as well. I just sadly don't have the time. I was kind of hoping, now that the holidays are over, hours at work are going straight down and everything like that. I was kind of hoping to have 4 days off this week, but something happened at another store, and now I have to go over there and cover over there as well. So I went from 4 days off to 2. So that kind of completely threw a wrench into everything. I was kind of being like, yes, I'll get like so many videos done. I'll get, a Templin Institute video done, a text-to-speech video done. I have Vikings I still have to get through because they released the second half of the final season, and they dropped that all at once, so you can binge like the whole second half of the season. I got to get through those two. Walking Dead is coming back in February, so I got that, and I got a whole bunch of video games I still got to play. I still have to get through Cyberpunk. Yep, I've been playing that on PS5. It's been running really good. I have had a couple of bugs here and there, a couple of crashes, but nothing too game-breaking. I also have Dark Pictures Little Hope. I need to finish that. That'll probably take me like an hour, hour and a half. Those games aren't very long anyways. And I still have Demon Souls. Haven't even touched it yet. So I still have to get through that as well. And yeah, GTA 5 came out with an update, like a new island or something like that, a new heist or something. So I haven't even done that as well. So kind of hoping to, catch up on everything. But of course, something had to go wrong at another store. So that completely threw a wrench into everything and kind of ruined all my plans. I was like, yes, 4 days off, I'm going to get so many videos done. Yeah. No. Ruined. Damn it. Because I was kind of hoping, all right, I can get like a lot of videos done. I can watch like maybe a couple of episodes of Vikings, at least record them, and then I can work on editing them, later on and stuff. So yeah, everything just completely threw a wrench into everything. So I have a huge backlog of everything. So yeah. But anyways, that's enough rambling. Let's get into the Templin Institute's Adeptus Custodes. Here we go. I hope the audio is okay. I did kind of fidget with the settings and stuff like that, so hopefully my voice is a little louder than
within the many institutions of the Imperium of Man, endurance is as rare as it is desirable. Over its 10,000 years of existence, there are few things that can be said to have truly survived the fires of war, the schemes of political rivals, or the furnaces of the censor. And yet, upon Holy Terror there persists one organization that has been present from the very beginning. Its members bore witness to the tragedy of the Horus Heresy, the madness of the Age of Apostasy, and the long years of stagnation and decline. In the grim darkness of the 42nd millennium, they wore across the battlefields of a galaxy torn in two, the heralds of a fabled Primarch from legend. They are the Emperor's original enforcers, his closest advisors, his bodyguards, and his first gene kin. They were the messengers of his will, the keepers of his darkest secrets, the sworn guardians of his seat of power. They alone understand the Imperial truth in its original form. They alone remember terror before the days of unification, and they alone know the true purpose of the Golden Throne. Even now, they stand even above the holy warrior brotherhood of the Adeptus Astartes, just as the Astartes stand above the masses of common humanity.
Dressed in gold and everything.
Each one is a champion and a hero unto himself. In a cruel twist, this valor is perhaps their greatest flaw, for despite all their heroism and all their sacrifice, they have failed in their ultimate duty. They are the Brotherhood of Demigods, the Golden Legion, the Emperor's 10,000.
Really strong on the tabletop.
They are known by 1,000 names, but
like multiple
to
wounds,
the galaxy as a whole, they are the Adeptus Custodes.
Ooh, look at that sword. Power sword?
The Custodes originated in the half-remembered days of the Terran Unification Wars. Drawn from the children of Terra's nobility, even as the wars to consolidate the Emperor's rule across the planet still raged. The Custodes were bodyguards and hostages both. Taken in late infancy, each was resculpted through a long-forgotten process of biogenetic alchemy, more grueling than even the creation of modern Primaris Astartes.
Really?
The result was a warrior greater in stature,
so what difference
reflex,
is there between
mind, and might
than
anything seen before.
Custodes? Like what different...
Every Custodes was a genetic work of art, closer to the Emperor's own Primarchs than to the Thunder Warriors who served as his first genetically enhanced army.
Do they get that Space Marines don't
when the Thunder Warriors had served their purpose in uniting Earth, and the time came for them, as outdated and unreliable prototypes, to be quietly retired, it was the Custodes that carried out the bloody deed atop Mount Ararat. Through the long years of the Great Crusade, the Custodes filled a multitude of roles.
Still has to be the coolest picture of the Emperor.
Primarily, they were the Emperor's personal bodyguard and war host, accompanying him on campaigns and aiding in the search for his lost sons. One of their most significant deployments was to the world of Gyros Thravian. With the Emperor at their head, they saved the Primarchs Horus Lupercal, Rogel Dawn, and Mortarion from destruction at the hands of the immense orc war boss, Garkul Blackfang. It is said that of the 1,000 custodians to be deployed, only 3 fell, at the cost of 100,000 orcs. The names of these 3 fallen Custodes were carved into the Emperor's armor, an accolade awarded not even to his own sons.
Damn.
It is also likely that the Custodes were present during the persecution of the 2 lost Primarchs and their legions, though as with anything relating to the Forgotten and the Purged, nearly all has been lost to myth and legend.
Is there like any backstory to those? Like who they were?
In addition to their role as warriors and guardians of the Emperor, the Custodians acted as emissaries between the Emperor and his Primarchs. They were entrusted with carrying his orders, relaying information on the progress of the Great Crusade, and ensuring that his vision of a united galaxy came to pass.
I don't know if that's true or not, but I mean that is actually would be
of some limited vision of things to come. Some were also assigned to keep watch over those Primarchs who had failed to meet the Emperor's standards of a rapid, secular conquest of humanity. Chief amongst them was the soon-to-be Minister of Chaos Absolute, Lorgar Aurelian. Such steps were not sufficient to prevent the great cataclysm of the Horus Heresy, and when the time came for the traitors to show their true colors, the Custodes assigned to the traitor legions were isolated from their support. None would survive long enough to report back to the Emperor. Those assigned to Lorgar found themselves massacred on Istvan V, along with the loyalist Iron Hands, Raven Guard, and Salamander's legions. The nearly 1,000 Custodes sent with Leman Russ to apprehend the traitorous Magnus the Red met a similar fate, as they found themselves cut down in droves by the psychic powers of the Thousand Sons.
Jeez.
But the bloodiest struggle the Custodes would endure during the heresy would come not from the Thousand Sons' homeworld of Prospero, nor even from the Siege of Terra itself, but from the veiled events of the war within the Webway. This clandestine war was propagated when Magnus the Red broke the psychic seals surrounding the Imperial Webway project, which would have freed humanity from its reliance on the warp for interstellar travel. This campaign saw nearly the entirety of the Custodes along with the Sisters of Silence enter the Webway portal beneath the Golden Throne, and for 5 long years they battled the hordes of demons and traitor Astartes that sought to breach it.
Wow,
Had
for
they
5
failed,
years?
all of Terra would have been overrun by demonic forces. But
Jeez.
victory cost the Custodes more than 9,000 dead, as well as the lives of its 3 commanding tribunes. Such losses meant that, by the time Horus himself came to Terra, the Custodes were a shadow of their former strength.
Now that's a cool picture.
Though they gave all they could to
That is
defend their
really
liege,
cool.
in the
I don't know
end,
who
it
did
was
that
not
one,
enough.
but
The Emperor was laid low by
that
the
is
dying
really
blow
cool.
of the
Look at the Emperor,
arch-traitor,
look at
and
Horus
forever
fighting.
interred within the Golden Throne. The Custodes
That's a
turned
badass
from the
picture.
wider Imperium and threw themselves into the duty they had ultimately failed, the defense of the Emperor's mortal form.
I don't
They
know if
now
that's too
lived
loud or
beneath
not.
the shadow of the Emperor's internment. Many eschewed their armor in shame, whilst others simply abandoned the deep red cloaks of office for a black shroud of mourning. At the behest of Rabute Gilliman, one of the few remaining loyalist Primarchs, the Custodes agreed to the Edict of Restraint and were confined to Terra and the Sol system. Though over the long millennia that followed, the Custodes were able to rebuild their strength, they were bound to never leave the solar system. Aside from a brief, extraordinary intervention to stop the rule of the Mad Ecclesiarch Gog Van Dyer during the Age of Apostasy, the Custodes' actions
So
would be
Guilliman had
limited
the,
to the
Custodes
security of the
rebuilt.
Imperial Palace and the Sol
And then just
system
kind of, like,
for the next
confined them
10,000
to-
years.
Terra?
The organization of the Custodes reflects their greatest strength, the individual skill and prowess of their
That is
members.
some really cool looking
Each
armor.
custodian
Not
is
gonna lie,
part
that is
of a
pretty
sodality,
badass.
a formation similar to a squad, but with far more tactical flexibility afforded to the individual.
I don't know, those red,
Several sodalities make
In
up
that
a
last
shield
picture, those
company
little red-
commanded by a shield captain,
whatever you want to
which
call
in
it, kind of
turn
makes me
form
think of
shield
like
hosts.
Roman.
Each host
Roman
is specialized
armor,
around
you
a
know?
particular duty, from the Solar Watch, which operate the Custodes' fleet of warships, to the emissaries Imperiatus, who serve as expert diplomats and negotiators, to the Shadowkeepers, who guard the ancient horrors locked within the dungeons beneath the Imperial Palace.
Ooh, what's down there in the
These
Imperial
hosts
Dungeon?
are guided by a council of their shield captains and Vexilius Praetors, their most veteran members and the bearers of a company's Aquila standard. Though several higher ranks exist, many are monikers signifying respect rather than formal positions. Every custodian is ultimately answerable to the Captain General, an individual elected from their own ranks to be their leader and representative within the Senatorum Imperialis.
Oh, that's pretty cool. They
There
basically
exists
like
a further
elect.
separation between the wider
their
ranks of
leader.
the Custodes and the Companions.
That's kinda
The
cool.
elite 300 who form the Emperor's personal attendants. This inner circle are directly responsible for the Emperor's safety, maintaining a constant vigil within the Sanctum Imperialis
so how many did they
and
say?
over the Emperor himself, and the leader and representative within the Senatorum Imperialis. There exists a further separation between the wider ranks of the Custodes and the Companions, the elite 300 who form the Emperor's personal
The
attendants.
Elite 300.
This inner circle are directly responsible for the Emperor's safety,
So yeah,
maintaining
Leonidas
a constant
and the
vigil
300
within
Spartans.
the Sanctum Imperialis and over the Emperor himself. Each is selected from the wider ranks of the Custodes for some exemplary feat of skill and bravery that elevates them above their already superhuman brethren. Within their
Okay,
ranks
so they
can
pick
be
the
found
best of
the
the best.
finest minds and
Makes sense.
surest blades of the Custodes, and there has not been a single Captain General that did not first serve as a companion. In the days before
Oh, that
his
is actually
internment,
really
it is
cool.
said that the companions were the
I
Emperor's
want to find that
closest
picture.
confidants
Just zoom back
and
out so I can
trusted
get the
with
whole
whatever
thing with the
doubts
Emperor in the
and
back.
fears
That is actually
may
really
have plagued
cool.
The master of mankind.
That is an awesome picture.
In addition to their usual training regime,
find that
the
one.
Custodes conduct blood games amongst themselves. These years-long competitions see one Custodes cast out from the palace and tasked with returning undetected, infiltrating the defenses of the palace, and carrying out a mock assassination of the Emperor or another high-ranking individual. These
Oof.
exercises ensure not only that the
That seems
Custodes
very-
are masters of
very
counter-espionage,
tough.
understanding every conceivable route
Trying
an
to sneak
enemy
back
agent
in
could
and do a
possibly
mock
take through the
assassination on
palace,
someone, on the
but are more
Emperor.
than capable of conducting such work themselves.
Eesh.
Whether for the gathering of information or to strike at a target before it becomes a threat, these skills are invaluable in their sacred task of protecting the Emperor. Being part of the Emperor's personal household, the Custodes continue to be trained in far more than just the art of war. Their educational repertoire, which has persisted since the heresy, includes topics as varied as the political landscape of Holy Terror to the cultural history of humanity. This is reflected both by their Captain General's inclusion amongst the High Lords,
well, at least they're also
a position
educated.
in which a mastery over political machinations is a matter of life and death, and in the very naming conventions the Custodes
I mean, if they're going to be staying on Terra, at least it's
this
good for them
latter
to know
honorific is a key tenet
some
of the
about
Custodes.
politics and stuff like that, because I'm sure
Upon their successful induction,
Terra's
a newly
full of
inaugurated
politics.
member abandons any name previously given to them, and instead picks one from humanity's collected myths and legends. The archives from which they can pick their name are unparalleled in the wider Imperium, with documentation dating back before even the Dark Age of technology. Upon selection, each custodian inscribes their name on the inside of their armor, with more names awarded as great deeds are performed. It is said that Constantin Valdor, the Custodes' first Captain General, had earned over 1,932 names before his disappearance.
Damn.
From the
And he
earliest days of their
disappeared?
inception, the Custodes were awarded use of the finest weapons and armor to which the Imperium had access. This tradition has continued, and at present, the Custodes' armory represents one of the mightiest collections of war gear in the known galaxy. They wield the finest suits of powered armor the Imperium can maintain, and bear weapons of rare and irreplaceable design.
Wow.
Even their vehicles are equipped with advanced anti-gravity technology that has only recently been matched by the innovations of
Poor
Belisarius
Space
Cawl,
Marines.
the
I
legendary
mean, yeah, they
Martian
got power
tech
armor,
host.
but
Even so, their
Nothing
capacity
like
to
that.
conduct war is nigh
although those speeder
unmatched.
bikes do look really cool.
Such standards extend to their starships as well, and they operate a range of cruisers and battleships that form the core of the Sol System's defensive fleet. Amongst their number is the Emperor's own flagship, the immense Bucephalus. Beyond this, the Custodes garrison a series of 5 starkeeps that protect the navigable routes into the Sol System. In the early 42nd millennium, the Custodes saw a limited deployment across Terra, attempting to stem the flow of madness that followed in the wake of the Great Rift. It was not enough, and when at last the cults of ruin had completed their bloody rituals and a tide of demons poured into the streets of the grown world itself, it was a force of 4,000 Custodes alongside the Grey Knights and Imperial Fists that would stand against them at the Battle of Lion's Gate. But the servants of
Battle
the
of
Chaos God
Lion's
Khorne
Gate.
were vicious in form and endless in number.
Grey
In a
Knights, Imperial
repeat of the
Fist,
war within the
Custodes.
Webway, the Custodes and their allies were forced to pay with their lives to hold every street against the demonic horde. It was only
Might
with
have to
the
check that
intervention
out.
of the newly resurrected Robute Guilliman and his Primaris Marines that the costly struggle was at last put to an end. In the face of their failure to protect Terra itself from the touch of the archenemy, it became apparent that the Custodes would have to adapt in order to keep the Emperor safe. Between them, Captain General Trajan Valorous and the newly titled Imperial Regent Guilliman revised the Edict of Restraint, ensuring that while the elite companions would remain by the Emperor's side and secure Terra, the rest of the Custodes would be free to crusade across the galaxy. Once more donning their red cloaks, the Custodes would go forth and be the golden spear tip of Guilliman's Indomitus crusade, bringing the fire of the Emperor to those who had cast him down 10,000 years before. The Custodes have seen the Imperium from its earliest beginning to the present day,
Whoa.
with the
What
most
is that
venerable of its
tank
dreadnought
or
inferred
vehicle
brothers still remembering
behind
the
them?
early days of the Unification Wars. They recall the Emperor as he stood, not as a god, but as a man, driven by vision and the promise of a bright future. To an Imperium long since lost in the dogma of its institutions,
even they know the
alone
Emperor's not really
remember
a
its
god,
original
but
purpose.
just
To a galaxy ripped in
man.
two by the terrors of the warp,
Not
they
how
remember
everybody's
when the
trying to,
freedom to leave its
oh,
influence
he's a
forever
god,
was
no,
within
you
their
know.
grasp.
They're all just like,
To
yeah,
a
he was
galaxy
just
beset by war
man.
and carnage, they remember when the dream of
That's
a
it.
united humanity and a peaceful future had been so close. When the Emperor first united Terra, they stood by his side. Through the long years of vigil, they have remained. when at last the days of ending come, if the Imperium is shattered and the last defenses of Terra lay in ruin, they will be there still, blades drawn and hearts steeled against the coming storm.
So they will be there until the end.
The Templin Institute investigates the nation's faction.
Okay, so there we go. Adeptus Custodes. Yeah, I was trying to pull up that Battle of Lionsgate just to try to see if I could read a little bit more about it. Let's see, what does it say? This is from the Lexicanum. Battle of Lionsgate, also known as Sack of the Lionsgate, the Lionsgate Incursion, or formerly as the Second Battle of Terra, was the second major assault on Terra since the formation of the Imperium. Taking place 10,000 years after the first siege, the sudden but brief invasion by Chaos took place immediately after the 13th Black Crusade. Let's see, conflict of blackness, date late M41, early M42, Terra, outcome Imperial victory, combatants, obviously the Imperium, forces of Khorne, commanders, Guilliman, Captain General, I'm going to butcher that, Trajan Valoris, Chapter Master Vorn Hagen, KIA, against 8 Bloodthirsters. Okay, very interesting commanders there, just 8 Bloodthirsters. Strength, Primaris Space Marines, Adeptus Custodes, Sisters of Silence, Grey Knights, Imperial Fists, and the Imperial Guard. Against 88 demonic cohorts. I don't know how big a cohort is. I'm guessing it's a lot. Losses, survivors. Imperium heavy, at least 2,000 Custodes against, well, unknown. I wish I could find out how big a cohort is. Doesn't give a it doesn't give a little link I can click on. Let's see. I wonder if I can cohorts. Maybe this will tell me. Oh, 480 soldiers. Let's see, a cohort was a standard tactical military unit of Roman legion. Although the standard size changed with time and situation, was generally composed of 480 soldiers. I mean, then again, that's Rome. You know, this is Warhammer, so I mean, numbers could be very different. You know, a cohort in Roman time of actual real life 480, Warhammer 40,000 could be like 1 million. So I mean, who knows? I mean, doesn't seem like much, especially if it is only, you know, 88, or so it says, 88 cohorts. So I mean, that wouldn't be that much. What, 480 men times 88 cohorts, 42,240. Doesn't seem like that much. So yeah, who knows? But yeah, that battle sounds very interesting. Battle of Lion's Gate. Let's see, when the Battle of Lion's Gate was a clear Imperial victory, it nonetheless shook the High Lords, who realized Terra could no longer be considered assailable. Many Imperial leaders, Guilliman included, believed that the sudden and reckless Chaos assault on Terra was a ploy to keep the attention of the Imperial leadership on their throne world in order to prevent comings of the subsequential Indominus Crusade. Interesting. Yeah, I'll have to read more about that. Notable battles in the Indominus Crusade. Oh, wow. There is a lot of battles. But yeah, there we go. So that was very interesting, learning about, you know, the Custodes and everything like that, and, you know, how they got, like, the best armor, best weaponry and stuff like that. Anti-grav vehicles. I mean, hey, that's actually pretty cool. I mean, those bikes. I'm assuming those are also in the tabletop if I can find it. Okay, this picture here is badass. That's one hell of a picture. I kind of want to find the whole thing so I can see like the whole, not just this little pan up thing. I want to see like the whole zoomed out, because I mean, come on, how cool is that? How cool is that? You got the Emperor in the background, red eye, and then you got the Custody standing directly in front of him. I mean, how cool is that? But yeah, if I can find where, yeah, these bikes right here look really cool. I don't know what their stats are on the tabletop and stuff like that. Games Workshop. Let's see if it pulls anything up here. Let's see. Yep, that is my language. Warhammer 40k. Armies of the Imperium. Custodes. Eesh. Boy, are they expensive. Eesh. Wow. I could not afford to play this game right now. Yeah, no way. Too expensive. Shield Captain, $60. My God. Custodians, $50. Man. Shield Captain, Alaris, and Terminator armor. Ooh, $50. Ouch. Oof. I remember when just regular army boxes went up to $35. People were like, oh, it's too expensive. Shield Captain on Dawn Eagle jet bike. It doesn't give like any it doesn't give like the rules or anything on them. Product information, description. Yeah, nothing. Temporarily out of stock online. Okay, so they kind of look kind of similar to that. But either way, they look really cool. Oh wow, everything is out of stock. Jeez. Wow. Games Workshop sure has been busy. Custodian Warden's Shield Captains, $60. Why am I doing that? I should just be like, boop, boop. There we go, so you can see what I'm looking at. Yeah, so there we go. So there are the bikes and stuff like that. So I wonder what their stats are like. I guess the Custodians have like multiple wounds and stuff like that. I think you guys have said. Like I said, it's been a while on since I've played like any tabletop or anything like that. Alright, guess the picture doesn't want to come up. Out of stock, 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 out of stock. Jesus. But yeah, look at that. $50, $60. $60, $60. $50. Yeah. I could not afford to play. Space Marines. Let's look at let's take a look at the HQ. What do we got here? $25. Okay, I mean, maybe it's just those models, but these seem, well, I mean, they still seem pretty pricey. Yeah, $35. $35, yeah. I remember when I was paying like 15 to like 20, you know, for like a captain or an HQ of some sort. I figure the price would have gone down since they're making like, I think, aren't they making like most of these models out of plastic now? So you figure the price would have dropped, you know? They're not making them, at least as far as I know. I mean, they still could be making them out of pewter, but yeah, I kind of thought they'd definitely be going down. Jeez. Hellblaster, 60. Where are just the infantry? Here we go. Wow, 60. 34. Wow. Scouts are $34. I don't know how you guys afford to play it now. Tactical Squad is $50. Terminator Squad is 54. Yeah. Huh. I don't know how you guys afford to play it now. I could not afford at all to play it. I mean, $50, $48, just a Tac Squad is $50. $50 for just a Tac Squad? I don't know why the pictures aren't coming up. Oh well. In order to build a Tactical Squad, you get 11 torso fronts, of which 10 are unique designs, 10 different leg poses, 16 different heads. Well, I guess maybe because you get like a lot more extra stuff that comes with them. I don't know, your guess is as good as mine. But yeah, it's really expensive now. Blood Angels. Whoop, nope. Blood Angels. I want to see the Blood Angels. Nope. Oh, damn it. Where'd it go? Xenos Battle Roll. Whoop. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay. Blood Angels. What do we got for the Blood Angels? We got a Priest, Lieutenant Talmaron, Assault Squads. That's pretty cool. It's actually kind of neat. Get different heads and shoulder packs and stuff like that. That's actually kind of cool that they sell things like that now. That looks really cool. With the hood and everything like that, that looks pretty badass. I don't know if he's like trying to take off his hood or he's doing like getting ready to do like some sort of psychic blast, but that's pretty cool. Still a really cool looking model. Wow, $40. Damn. They look really cool too. The guard. Alright, I should probably stop doing this because I could sit here like all day just going through like everything, and this video would end up being like 10 hours long or something like that, me just browsing, you know, the Games Workshop website and stuff like that, just going through everything. Let's take a look at Chaos. Space Marines. Wow, Abaddon definitely got a huge upgrade. He looks way different. Damn it. God damn it, why are the pictures working? But yeah, $60. Wow. I paid like half. I paid like $25 for mine. Huron Blackheart. Chaos Lord. Sorcerer. Karn. Yeah, he looks like he got upgraded. Noise Marine. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Nurgle Demon Prince. Possessed look really cool now. Plague Bearers, they look very different. Demon Prince. Wow. That Demon Prince actually looks really badass. Better than the old one. I don't know if they still got him anymore. Defiler is $75. Ooh. Jeez. Back in my day, I paid like $45. Oh god. Ooh, Chaos Spawns. They look actually... yeah, they look pretty cool. Looks like you can kind of customize them a little bit. Different arms and things like that. Plague Marines. What else do we have for Chaos HQs? What do we got here? Sorcerer, Chaos Lord. Ooh. That looks pretty cool. Dark Apostle. Yeah. Master of Executions. Chaos Lord. Cypher. Herald of the Apocalypse. Don't know anything about him. Nurgle Demon Prince, regular Demon Prince. Wow, Lucius. Still the same model, I think. I think he's still the same model. Let's go to Chaos Demons. Anything different? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's Scarbrand. Yeah, he's pretty cool. I like his story, too. His story is very interesting. Great and Clean One, Lord of Change. Looks like there's like a lot more named, you know, big name demons and stuff like that. Blood Throne. Herald of Corn on Juggernaut. Changeling. Wow. Yeah, they definitely came out with a lot of new, well, besides new models, but new HQ choices and stuff like that. Rodigus, Fate Weaver here. I don't even know how to begin to say his name. Keeper of Secrets. Yeah, they came out with a lot of stuff. The Changeling. Jesus, that was just a sorcerer. Oh, man. Where is, Oh, they don't have, oh, there we go. Forge World. Yep. Alright, I should really end this video now. I mean, this video is going to go on for like an hour if I don't stop. If I don't stop. Armies of Chaos. Alright, let's take a look at Chaos. Bloodthirster's still the same. Wow, they haven't changed him at all. Still the same one. Got the whip. Axe still way up there. Looks like the Lord of Change definitely got an upgrade. All Armies of Chaos. Chaos Demons. Titans. Lots of Titans. Sons of Horus Legion Command. Heads, shoulder pads. Yeah, the demons. Assault Claw? The hell is that? Demons, extra armor, weapons, guns, customization items, things like that. Armies of the Imperium. Let's take a look at that. Alright, goodbye, Chaos. What do we got for HQ? Red Scorpions Command. Angelus Chapter Master of the Blood Ravens. Wow, $73. Again, the pictures don't want to come in. Oh well, whatever. Shield Captain, Blood Angels, Praetorian in Terminator armor. Wow. Man, Blood Angels, Praetor. It's pretty cool. Alright, I gotta stop it here. I'll be here like all day if I don't stop. I could spend all day just going through the website, just checking everything out and looking at all the prices. Ooh, yeah. I should have even checked out Fantasy. But yeah, anyways, yeah, there's the video. Way too long as it is. Yeah, Adeptus Custodes. Awesome video. Really cool to learn way more about them and, you know, the history, how they were rebuilt and everything like that. And, you know, how you become one of the 300 that, you know, defends the Emperor. You got to go kind of like above and beyond, which makes sense and stuff like that. Learning about their armor and all the different weaponry and using, you know, anti-grav technology, which, you know, looks like the Imperium does have. So, yeah, they got, like, you know, anti-grav technology and stuff like that. So that was really cool. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. That'd be awesome. Remember, feel free to subscribe to my channel. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description box below. And other than that, like I said, stick around. I have such a backlog of videos and stuff like that. I'm just going to try to get through whatever I can when I can, unfortunately. I'm hoping that I don't have to work at that other store for too long. I mean, yeah, extra hours, but I'd rather also have the time off so I can get other things done, because just 2 days isn't that much to do all these videos and stuff. So I'm just going to get done what I can when I can. So anyways, other than that, just stick around. More videos are on the way, and I'll see you guys next time. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. See ya.